Peace, everybody. What's good? It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, and you're number 2 to True Media Boxing Radio. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, everybody, check this out, man. Everybody, check this out. We saw a great fight last night on the Zone. Eddie Hearn, you put on last night. You know what I mean? I got to give it credit. But really, I want to say this. Shout out to Rocky Hernandez and shout out to O'Shaquie Foster. You know, O'Shaquie Foster, Rocky Hernandez, this was a hell of a fight. This was a against all odds fight. I really, really love this fight. This fight should be nominated as one of the fights of the year for this year, especially the championship rounds, the 10th, 11th, and 12th round. And the reason why I say that is this. When I make my prediction, I picked Rocky Hernandez to win ever so slightly because I said O'Shaquie Foster is fighting this guy in Mexico, and I felt that O'Shaquie Foster's style, you know, the Mexican judges don't like his type of style. They don't like boxers. They like the guys who like to come forward and press the action, and they would give you points and scores just based on you coming forward and pressing the action. And that's exactly what happened. When I look at the scorecards of that fight, you had one judge had Rocky Hernandez winning 11 rounds to 0. You had another judge had Rocky Hernandez winning like 9 rounds to 2 or 8 to 3, something of that sort. So that told me everything that I needed to know, that there was no way that O'Shaquie was going to win a decision in Mexico. But not only that, he did something that I didn't think he was going to be able to do. He stopped him. He went in Mexico, in the heart of the lion's den, in front of the drug cartel, in front of the Mexican cartel, in front of all of the Mexican people, in front of the Mexican government, everything, and he beat a Mexican in his own country in front of everybody, right? Not only did he beat him, he stopped him, because that was the only way he was going to win. And let me tell you something, man. O'Shaquie Foster is from Houston. He's from Houston, right? And you know what? I think everybody in Houston, you found you a champion. This is the guy that you guys in Houston need to get behind. Don't get behind Jermell Charlo. He ran like a coward when he fought Canelo. And Jermell Charlo, he got mental health issues, drunk, taking psychotropic drugs, whatever he's doing. So you ain't got to worry about him. He's done. But listen, O'Shaquie Foster is the guy that everybody in Houston really needs to get behind. This man was a champion. He is a champion. And just imagine a champion fighting his mandatory in his mandatory's own backyard. He went inside of the lion's den, went on the road, beat this guy in his own country in front of all of his people. And check this out. Doggone Rocky Hernandez, 2 of the judges had to be his relatives. One had to be his father. The other one had to be his mother. And one judge had it scored. They had O'Shaquie up by 1 round, right? I think so. I think they had him up by 1 round, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the reality of the situation. O'Shaquie went in there and stopped him in the 12th round, dropped him twice in the 12th round, and then ended up finishing him in the 12th round. He put the exclamation mark on there. This is what real champions do. A real champion finds a way to dig deep and get the stoppage. The only way you can guarantee a victory in boxing, you have to stop the guy. And you took a guy named O'Shaquie Foster, who really is not known for punching power. He put the exclamation mark on that fight last night. I'm so proud of this dude, bro. Like, this dude made a hell of a believer, you know, out of a lot of people, man. And he showed me something, man. He had heart, he had gumption, he had the desire to win, something that Jermell Charlo don't have. If I'm from Houston, you kick Jermell Charlo to the curb, he's gone. If you from Houston, you kick Jermell Charlo to the curb, he's gone. I think that the mayor need to have a O'Shaquie Foster day, because that dude did the improbable. When you go in the heart of Mexico and you beat a Mexican in front of drug cartels and the Mexican government, and he got his family members that are the judges scoring the fight, and he get the stoppage, and people were saying that O'Shaquie was pillow fist and all that stuff there, and he was able to do that. Come on, man. I mean, the simple fact that O'Shaquie Foster was able to walk into the lion's den and do what he was able to do, this is proof that other American fighters can do the same thing. Remember, O'Shaquie Foster was the visitor. He was the champion going on the road to defend his title in another man's country, in his backyard, against all odds. And this is what boxing needs. Boxing needs more great matchmaking. We saw a card last night that had excellent matchmaking, except for the first fight. The first fight was a wash, right? Last week's card, the Golden Boy card, great matchmaking. I want to see A lot of fighters, a lot of these promotional companies, Top Ranks, the PBCs, the Match Rooms, the Golden Boys. I want to see a lot of these fights, cross-promotional fights. See, the matchmaking is what's going to bring boxing back. If people automatically know who's going to win the fight before the guy step in the ring, don't nobody want to see fights like that. Matchmaking is what's going to bring boxing back in America. When you put the matches together the way you had last night on last night's card, and you match them up real good, and it can go either way. You got some PBC cards, they put together some good matchmaking on some of their fights as well. But we need more great match-made fights. If you have the fights that are match-made the way they're supposed to be, instead of putting a lemon head in there with Godzilla, or instead of putting Poke Chop Willie in there with King Kong, if you got Megatron, he better be fighting Optimus Prime. If you got Goku, he better be fighting Vegeta. If you got Frieza, he better be fighting Cell. You get what I'm saying? So if you got Wiz, he better be fighting Lord Beerus. You get what I'm saying? So we don't need any more one-sided match-made fights. Shout out to Oshaki Foster. Let me tell you something, boy. You put on for the city. You listen, man, you dug deep. You made us proud. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, fam. Like when I say like you made boxing fans, you know, you really made it proud. You showing casuals this is what it's all about. And for you casuals, if you want to know what boxing is all about, watch that Oshaki Foster and Hernandez fight. Watch that Oshaki Foster and Rocky Hernandez fight. That's what it's all about. It ain't about one-sided beatings and, you know, easy matches for your champions. If your fighter, your championship fighter, who you love so much, if he ain't fighting like that, fighting competition like that, don't tell me nothing about your fight. I'm not impressed. You know my motto, don't make me there, beat me there. Peace. Also sign up for the newsletter. It's going to be pinned to the top of the chat or in the description below. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.